Wow, here we are, Chaos Gaming. It's time to kind of return to this series and fucking dig into one of my favorite franchises that spawned a genre that's still being milked today. That's Borderlands. Borderlands 3 just got revealed around PAX, and it led to a shit show. It led to a fucking shit show of all sorts of different things coming out of the woodwork. So we're gonna break that down. I swear this isn't the 8th time I've tried recording this video. I had some audio issues in earlier takes, and now I think I've got those fixed. So let's break down what all's been going on. So PAX led us to the official unveiling, and then Randy Pitchford became Randy Pitchford on social media. And someone needs to take both his and Donald Trump's Twitter away because both are horrible for PR. So Game Informer gave a little article link, and we all know that Borderlands has tons and tons and tons of skins, more than you can count, for every fucking character that's in there. So we knew that some form of microtransaction would be a thing. But Randy touted out that there's no microtransactions whatsoever, even though every fan knew we'd have the return of skins. So when Game Informer brought up the fact that, yeah, there's going to be skins and cosmetics and all sorts of that kind of shit, Randy played Randy, and come on guys, shitty clickbait headline. Literally seconds before I said that, I made it very clear we're going to do cosmetic stuff like we did with Borderlands 2. You know, I was talking about premium currency and loot box kind of stuff not being in our game. Why would you guys fuck me on this? This is be... Yeah, just... chill, dude. Take a Xanax. Go sit in the corner, think about your life. You don't need to be the angry boss. You need to be the boss that has a level head, especially when your last 2 games have been financial failures. Aliens Colonial Marines and Battleborn have both ended up being just shit shows. Utter, complete chaos on both of those games. And you need a W at this point, and your attitude is not going to help you get a W. So during one of the recordings for this video, I was actually asking myself, does Battleborn still have a fucking server? And yeah, they're still up and running somehow, miraculously. I guess being free to play means you have an audience again. Because when you were a $60 game, you had none. But yeah, that's still a thing. But then more started to leak out. And David Eddings brought out the fact that he's not going to be the voice of Claptrap for the first time in the franchise's history. And this brought a lot of confusion, like, why isn't David Eddings returning? He's like the voice of the franchise. Claptrap is the most iconic character inside of fucking Borderlands. You think of the snarky talking robot. You don't think of Mordecai or Lilith or Zero or Maya. You think of the little fucking robot dude.
I am going to teabag your corpse!
Everybody's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So he revealed that he asked for payment. And that also revealed the fact that Randy Pitchford might have siphoned off a bit of money in the amount of like $12 million into his personal account from what was paid out by 2K. So all these articles that I'm listing this shit off of will be linked in the fucking description of this video, so you can do your own detective work. But so if Randy's siphoning off money from the company, obviously that's a legal issue in itself. But we also have other issues with Troy Baker not returning. We have, for the voice of Reese, we have the fact that Randy Pitchford allegedly assaulted David Eddings at the fucking GDC. So here's the tweet. I'll read it word for word here. I ultimately offered to do it for free in exchange for past royalties, owed plus an apology for something I've never spoken publicly about. Randy physically assaulted me in the lobby of the Marriott Marquis at GDC 2017. Personally, I think Randy's been on sale for the past few years. He's not the victim he portrays himself to be. I even blocked him a couple years ago for stalking me on social media. Enough is enough. It's nice not feeling the need to spot any sleight of hand these days or wonder if the card was chosen or forced. I'm happy to be free from all the half-truths and full-on deceptions, and thankful to be no longer hear people referred to as muggles like a con man refers to a mark. As an aside, it seems a bit conspicuous that he chimed in on my salary but didn't mention anything about the $12 million revenue he siphoned away from the employee royalty pool. FYI, Gearbox employees are asked to take lower salaries with the promise of royalty shares. 2K says they won't give a statement regarding an ongoing lawsuit, but if the allegation is false, then it seems a lot easier to just deny it, since that's the only reason they're mentioned. The whole thing stinks. It's the entirety of the thread that's linked in this article. You can go search David Edding's personal social media. It's a gold mine for all sorts of goodies. And fucking Randy Pitchford's social media, it's like watching a 2-year-old type. It's a glorious shit show. Now, I'm a big Gearbox fan. They've been with me since Brothers in Arms, so I seriously hope that this game is successful. But if there's any truth to these allegations that we have assaults on employees, we have siphoning of funds, we have all of this, that's where your anger should be directed. We should be directing that at Randy Pitchford and his mishandling of his fucking company and his employees. The fact that he's physically assaulting his employees means there should be assault charges filed. There should not be any ifs, ands, or buts about that. And now that it's out in the fucking light, hopefully some sort of fucking investigation can be done. Obviously, the Marriott will have cameras. It just depends on how far back their cameras go, or if anybody was a witness to the fucking alleged assault to come forward. But all the anger, all of the fucking anger that has been coming out of this entire shit show has been the fact that the fucking game is an Epic Store exclusive. I'm going to be real with everybody here. There is literally no reason to be panicking that the game is going to a store where the fucking publisher is going to get more revenue. But it spies on the people I play with. It knows my Steam friends list. Spoiler alert. Got one of these fuckers sitting around, these little Echo devices. It knows everything you said, even if you fucking go like this. Got one of these, a smartphone of any variety. Mine's a Galaxy. Spoiler alert. It knows everything. Let's just go to my maps. Boop, 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 boop. And then you go to your timeline. Time isn't made out of lines. Okay, I've watched way too much Red vs. Blue in the last few days. Go up there, go to your calendar. See that? That's the entirety of what you have been, where you've been. Everything that you fucking go to. Let's see what I did yesterday. And I'm going to have Red edit this in post and block out my address. But yeah, we got everything. Every fucking thing there. Everything. It knows exactly where you've been. So, really, if that is all that is being lifted from my Steam profile, I'm okay with it. I shouldn't have to be okay with it. I should not have to be okay with the fact that a company is spying on me. But let's be realistic here. Go to your social media. You search for anything. Look at a video game, for example. You want to know what the new Call of Duty's cover is going to be. You Google for cover art for that. You go to the GameStop page. Let's just use that for an example. Because obviously there's going to be a new Call of Duty. There always is. So you go, you search that cover art. It's your ad. It's your targeted ad on Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitters, whatever. Did you Instacart some food to your apartment? Wow, enjoy that Instacart ad for the next 6 fucking weeks. Did you one time search for tires for a friend's vehicle? Well, enjoy your AutoZone and your O'Reilly's Auto Parts ads for the next however long they want to fucking release that information. You are going to deal with that. That is what we deal with as a society now. We have data as a commodity. If they can market towards you, spoiler alert, a lot of that marketing works. You know, obviously, if you're searching for something for somebody else, you're not going to fucking do that. But if you're searching for that fucking game and they add 9 million other things into that, statistically, you're going to fucking buy something from that ad. I had one for Rooster Teeth. Guess what? I wanted a Garbo mug, but I didn't want to pay full price. So the second it was on sale, I got a Garbo mug. Guess how I bought it? From that fucking Facebook link. It's just literally how we work. That is a weird ringtone. What the fuck is that? Oh. Speaking of ads, there's an eBay ad on my phone. That's a weird coincidence. It has to be a coincidence, right? Right? That's actually kind of scary that I'm talking about ads and an ad just popped up on my fucking phone. Conspiracies. But realistically, you're going to go to that fucking thing. So be thankful that that's all that Epic is allegedly pulling. And seriously, I have every launcher known to mankind on this laptop that we edit shit on, record shit on. It's not that big a deal to install another launcher just to get a game you want. So just deal with that and place your hatred where it belongs. Place your anger where it belongs. If there is any truth to what Randy's been doing, I honestly see this being a big fucking massive backlash for this fucking game. Because David Eddings is a beloved voice actor for this fucking franchise. We have Troy Baker, MIA. Allegedly, he was approached, and there's all sorts of shit there. And there's multiple angles. There's some saying he didn't want to come back. There's some saying that he did want to come back. It's a big he said, she said, basically. Now, as for gameplay, the fucking game looks phenomenal. The game looks just like we've always known and loved Borderlands. We've got this fucking fantastic ability to apparently go off-world and go to different planets. We have all these little things that they've kind of lifted from other looter shooters. So it's going to be a fantastic game, and I want to see it succeed, because if it doesn't succeed, Gearbox might be going under at this point. We've had 2 massive flops for games in a row. We've heard fuck all from pretty much everything else, really. Obviously, they appear on the outside to be doing good, but so did Telltale. They were announcing shit back and forth, all over the fucking place, right before they collapsed in the middle of the fucking final Walking Dead season. So, we obviously need to look at this from a more wide angle here. And in this day and age where games take multiple millions, sometimes billions of dollars to fucking develop, it seems like. Obviously, I don't think anything's cost billions of dollars to develop, unless maybe GTA, but then again, it's a endless money pit. It really doesn't sit well to think we have all these fucking games here, but we have these 2 massive flops that didn't even really break even. We have one game that's still a glitch-ridden mess today, and we have one game that ended up going free to play. It's not a good look for a company when your 2 most recent titles are that bad. But now you're capitalizing on nostalgia and this franchise that everybody knows and loves. And if you fuck it up, if you fuck this game up, you're going to have every Borderlands fanboy on your fucking ass, reaming you until your company collapses. Because that is, to some people, a lot of streamers, a lot of content creators, one of the best games that they've ever made content in. To a lot of us, it's one of the most fun games to play. And to a lot of people, it's their favorite fucking title. And I mean, you could say the same for, like, well, what about Activision fucking up, every Call of Duty ever since fucking Modern Warfare 2? Well, Activision has other shit that they do. And most of the other shit that they do isn't as big of a flop as fucking your Battleborns or your fucking Alien Colonial Marines. One of which was a licensed property, and the other was an original IP that you created. And it takes a lot to fuck up a licensed property like Aliens, because look at Isolation, it was a fucking godsend. Then again, we had Alien vs. Predator. Maybe it doesn't take a lot to fuck up Alien games. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just a competent studio needs to be heading it. Maybe I'm just talking to myself at this point. But with the gunplay, the game, the lore that they're revealing, kind of interconnecting the Telltale series, the Tales from the Borderlands, and the main universe. They have a lot to fucking explore. They have the entire expanded universe. I hate using that fucking term because it's thrown around everywhere now. But you have the novels, you have the comic books, you have all of the shit, kind of tying itself in. With all of that lore, that story, that everything that comes together to make this fucking franchise glorious. And it looks like they're doing very well with this fucking game, but a sizzle reel is just that. It's meant to fucking hype you up. But from the gameplay itself, the Twitch stream that'll be linked in here, because the archive's still up at this point, you can see that they've put a lot of care into this title. They don't want to fuck it up. But every time that Randy Pitchford opens his mouth in a fucking tweet, it seems like he's digging a deeper grave for himself and the company. So, with this much drama surrounding the title, can it be a successful launch? We only have a few months to see, so it's going to be a tough call. Because a lot of people obviously are pissed it's on Epic Store. It's just for a year, or we can wait a year to play the game. We don't want to install the Epic Launcher. Just install the fucking Epic Launcher. It's not that big a deal. I get wanting your data and your privacy and all that, but your privacy is non-fucking existent at this point. So, just bear with it. Bear with the change there. There's no point in review bombing the fucking games on Steam, the previous titles. There's no point in doing any of that. Just kind of bear with this fucking game and hope that with all the fucking drama surrounding it, it's going to be good. And it's going to have a successful launch, because if we don't, we might be at the end days for fucking Gearbox, and that's a world I don't really want to live in. I don't want to live in a world without Borderlands. I don't want to live in a world without, fucking games like that. I could do without Randy Pitchford. I really can't do without fucking Borderlands at this point, because it's one of the last great franchises to me that hasn't been bastardized by fucking an annual fucking release. There's actual time and effort put into each fucking title. And now we live in, well, let's pump out another one. It's Call of Duty number 99. This year we're on horseback and we're fucking firing off rocket launchers. Oh, we got Battlefield number 36. Oh, goody. Goody. Remember, we retconned those other few just to try and make a new story, so the titles get a little bit murky there. Well, we got Assassin's Creed 97. We took 2 years off this time instead of 1, and hopefully we got a better game. Just stop. Let titles be themselves. Let them come out naturally. Let them come out polished. Stop forcing fucking games. Until next time, guys. Peace.